Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. The Ambani family, led by Mukesh Ambani, has been a household name in India and across the world for decades. They're a symbol of immense wealth, power and ambition. But what you might not know is that their story isn't just about accumulating riches, it's a gripping saga of learning from past mistakes, navigating public backlash, and meticulously planning for the future to avoid the pitfalls that nearly tore the family apart once before. As of early 2026, they remain the richest family in India, but their journey here has been anything but smooth. It's a story of trouble, triumph, and some very expensive lessons. Let's dive in. If you thought you knew what a big wedding looked like, think again. In 2024, the world watched as Mukesh Ambani's youngest son, Anant, married Radhika Merchant. The celebrations, which stretched over months and culminated in July, were estimated to have cost somewhere between $600 million and a staggering $1 billion. To put that in perspective, that's more than the GDP of some small countries. The guest list was a who's who of global power players, tech moguls, heads of state, and Bollywood royalty. The entertainment? A private concert by Rihanna. It was opulence on a scale that most of us can barely imagine. But this grand display didn't sit well with everyone. The wedding ignited a firestorm of criticism in India, a country where the gap between the rich and the poor is a sensitive and painful reality. On social media and in news outlets, words like vulgar and obscene were thrown around. People questioned the morality of spending such an astronomical sum when millions of their fellow citizens struggled to make ends meet. It wasn't just a party. It became a symbol of India's glaring income inequality, and the trouble wasn't just online. On the ground in Mumbai, the family's hometown, the festivities caused real headaches for ordinary people. Major roads were closed to accommodate the high-profile guests, leading to chaotic traffic jams. This happened during the monsoon season, a time when the city is already struggling with flooding and gridlock. For many Mumbaikars, the celebration felt like a disruption, a reminder that the city's infrastructure could be bent to the will of its most powerful residents, even at the expense of everyone else. Amidst all this external noise, there was a personal struggle happening in the spotlight too. Anant Ambani himself became the target of relentless online trolling and body shaming. It was a cruel and personal attack. However, Anant's response was a masterclass in a new family strategy: dignified silence. He didn't engage with the haters or issue defensive statements. He simply weathered the storm. This approach showed a new level of maturity in the family's public relations. They realized that in the age of social media, sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. They were learning to control the narrative by refusing to be drawn into battles they couldn't win. But why this new, carefully managed approach? To understand the Ambani family of today, you have to look back at the biggest mistake of the past. When the patriarch Dhirubhai Ambani passed away in 2002, he left behind a colossal business empire, but crucially, no will and no clear succession plan. What followed was a devastating and very public war between his two sons, Mukesh and Anant. The brothers, who had once worked side by side, became bitter rivals. Their feud dragged on for years, playing out in the media and in the courts. It was a messy, acrimonious split that captivated and shocked the nation. The family was fractured and the business empire was eventually carved in two. This painful episode left a deep scar on Mukesh Ambani. He saw firsthand how a lack of planning could lead to family destruction and threatened to undo a lifetime's work. He vowed he would never let that happen again, and he has been true to his word. The most important lesson Mukesh learned from his father's mistake was the need for a smooth, clear, and early succession. He wasn't going to wait. Over the past few years, he has meticulously groomed his three children, twins Akash and Isha, and the youngest, Anant, for leadership. He didn't just give them titles. He gave them entire empires to run. Akash was put in charge of the telecom giant Jio. Isha took the reins of the massive retail business, and Anant was handed the keys to the new energy and renewables division. This wasn't a sudden handover. It was a phased transition, done publicly and transparently. Each child was given a distinct vertical, a clear sphere of influence. This strategy prevents the kind of sibling rivalry that destroyed the previous generation. There are no gray areas, no room for disputes over who controls what. Mukesh is ensuring that the third generation of Ambanis will work as a united team, not as competitors. He is building a dynasty designed to last for generations by learning from the one thing that almost brought it down: family conflict. The second critical lesson came from watching his own brother's dramatic fall from grace. After the family split, Anant Ambani's fortunes took a nosedive. His businesses crumbled under mountains of debt, and in a stunning turn of events, the once billionaire declared bankruptcy in a UK court in 2020. A key reason for this collapse was the blurring of lines between his personal wealth and his corporate finances. He took on huge personal guarantees for his company's loans, and when the businesses failed, he was personally wiped out. Mukesh observed this financial catastrophe closely. He learned that while the family name is tied to the business, their personal wealth needed to be managed separately and professionally. You can't let your personal finances become entangled with corporate risk. To solve this, in 2022, the Ambani family took a major step. They set up a dedicated family office in Singapore, a global financial hub. This office's sole purpose is to manage their personal international investments, completely independent of their main company, Reliance Industries. It is a sophisticated structure designed to protect the family's wealth from the ups and downs of any single business. It's the kind of smart, long-term thinking that separates dynasties from mere business empires. The third lesson is perhaps the most subtle but also the most important in today's world: managing public perception. The Ambanis understand that their incredible wealth can easily create resentment. They've seen it with the backlash to the 2024 wedding, so they've developed a strategy to counter this narrative. They use their massive platform not just to display wealth, but to project what's called soft power. They frame their major family events as celebrations of Indian culture, tradition, and philanthropy. Take the wedding again. Yes, it was an extravagant party, but look at what else they did. They organized a mass wedding for 50 underprivileged couples, giving them a beautiful start to their new lives. They set up community kitchens or an aseva, feeding tens of thousands of people in the local area. These acts of seva or selfless service are deeply rooted in Indian culture. By weaving these philanthropic acts into their celebrations, they aim to show a different side of their family. They were sending a message: yes, we are wealthy, but we are also responsible, we are charitable, and we are Indian to our core. It is a clever way to reframe the story from one of vulgar wealth to one of cultural patronage and social duty. Finally, the most personal lesson of all is the importance of family unity above everything else. This new generation of Ambanis seems to have truly absorbed this message. There's a story that perfectly illustrates this. Back in 2019, Mukesh's son Mukesh Ambani was set to get married, but his twin sister Isha also found her life partner around the same time, in a gesture that would be almost unthinkable in many competitive, high-powered families. Mukesh reportedly postponed his own wedding by a year. Why? So that his sister could get married first. This act spoke volumes. It signaled a profound shift in the family's internal culture. The message was clear: we support each other. Personal goals come second to family harmony. This is a direct rejection of the individualistic, rivalrous mindset that led to the earlier family split. It shows a new emphasis on mutual support and putting the family unit first. Mukesh Ambani isn't just building a business succession plan. He's fostering a family culture designed to withstand the pressures of immense wealth and power. So when you see the Ambani family in the headlines, remember that there's more to their story than just the glitz and the glamour. Behind the billion-dollar weddings and the sprawling businesses is a family that has been to the brink and back. They have learned from their troubles, turned their past mistakes into a blueprint for the future, and are meticulously building a dynasty that they hope will not just survive, but thrive for 100 years and more. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the lives of the world's most influential people. See you next time.